Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic and a look at a zipper gramophone today by Flash Groudon. So this is a puzzle that uses zipper lines and renban lines and a parity alternation line of Flash's creation. But we'll have a look at that in a moment. Don't forget that you can, of course, get our line Sudoku app amongst our suite of apps at the link under the video that will take you to the apps. And we have all of those types of line are now involved in that app. The zipper puzzles have come later on because I think by the time we started the app, zipper lines barely existed. Anyway, that is a fantastic app, as are all of the others. And don't forget that on Patreon we have a new Sudoku hunt every first of the month, and you can join in and have a go at the puzzles in that hunt and do your best to win a prize, or indeed just catch up with the hunts over past months. There are so many of them now, and such interesting puzzles involved there too. So loads of extra content. Patreon also features crossword videos and hard Sudoku videos and all sorts of things, connections videos. Very, very many and varied content is posted there. And of course, we've got our merch and Sven's Sudoku pad on the links under the video. But the first link is to Zipper Gramophone by Flash Groudon. I'm not sure if I quite see the gramophone here. More of an aerial maybe, I don't know. So certainly old tech. Anyway, let's do the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 will go in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Along a zipper line, and this is the lavender colour apparently. It's sort of quite greyish to me in this puzzle. Digits an equal distance from the centre of a lavender zipper line must sum to the digit in the middle of that line. So those two digits will sum to that one, and those two to the same number. The renban lines here are pink. Digits on a pink renban line must form a non-repeating set of consecutive digits in any order. So we might have 3, 5, 4 on this line, for instance. And then this is a parity line, and digits along this peach parity line alternate between odd and even, and those are the rules of Zipper Gramophone. Give it a try. I am going to start now. Let's get cracking. So, well, I don't know if this is going to be a parity shading puzzle, but I think it's going to help me understand this central line. So those can go orange for odd, and these can go blue for even. Now, this zipper, this is a giveaway. Well, we can learn what's in the circle, the central circle of this. Where is the 9 in this row is the simplest way to answer that. And if you were to put 9 there, it would add to whatever was there to create that digit, which would necessarily be higher than 9. That's not possible, so that digit is in fact 9. Now, does that mean this is 8? Yes, it does. This is an even digit. And in the row, there are 3 pairs adding up to the same number. Well, for 6, there's only 2 possible pairs, 1 and 5, 2 and 4. I'm talking about using different digits, which applies because we're staying within the bounds of row 8 here. So that is an 8. This, I think, must now be the 6. I've switched over to considering the even digits now. This must be the 6 because, again, 2 separate pairs in the same row have to add up to the number in the middle. This must be 4 because if it was a 2, you'd be putting 2 1s in these positions, and that is the last even digit in the column. Now, the 4 is flanked by 1 and 3. The 6 is flanked by 1, 2, 4 and 5, but we've just put a 2 in this box. So we can't have a 2 in those cells, and what that means in zipper terms is that you can't also have a 4, because these 2 that I've got highlighted have to add up together to make 6. If there's no 2 in them, they're a 1, 5 pair, and then the extremes of the line are 2 and 4. Now, I'm looking at this renban. I'd like to get clues. Okay, what I can do in this row is say which numbers don't go on the zipper line. Obviously, 8 is already on it. 9 can't go on it because it's too high. The other number that can't go on it is 4, because it would have to be opposite a 4 in the same row. So the extremes of that row are 4 and 9. This can't be 3 because 3 is in one of those cells. It also can't be 5 because this pair of cells were, no, hang on, I'm treating this line as a zipper. It's not, it's a renban. Okay, let's treat it as a renban. It's got a 7 on it because in this box we've used up 1, 3 and 4. So the sequence above 4 is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Any way that you cut that sequence, you're going to include 7 in a 3-digit sequence. Yeah, I don't know what to do with the other odd digits on the line. I don't think I have a means of doing them. I'm going to think about this zipper line, I think, now. Now, 9 in this column either has to be there or there. If this was 4... No, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at row 6 and I'm going to pencil mark 3, 7, 8 and 9 in the remaining cells. Remember, we had a 1, 2, 4, 5 quad here. Now, these digits, they cannot be 9s because they add up to something here to make... So in each case, that plus that, the row 6 digit plus the row 2 digit equals the row 4 digit. That's the same for column 2 and column 1. So 9 is ruled out. Now I can also rule out 8, and that's because these can't be a 1. We've got a 1, 3 pair in the row already. So if 8 was in one of those positions, it's adding to at least 2 in one of these positions and creating at least 10 in one of these positions. So that is now a 7, 3 pair. This renban is right in play now. In fact, if you were to put 8 here, that's not going to work because then this would be a 9 and this renban line would have to have 9, 8 and 7 on it, but we'd already have placed 8 in the box. So that is the 9, this is 8, and this pair is now a 6, 7 pair. It didn't resolve what this digit is. Now I'm going to look at this 3, 7 pair. So whichever one of these is the 7, what digit is it being added to in row 2? It's got to be a 2 because we're not allowed to use 1. Well, we're not allowed to use 1. And then 9 will be in one of these 2 cells as a result of 7 plus 2. Now in the other case, 3 is going to add to a digit that is not 1, 2, 3 or 4 up here. Well, that's got to be at least 5. 3 plus 5 makes 8, and 8 is the maximum number that you can put in these circles once 9's gone. So that's really, really pretty. We use the minimum value of those to get the maximum value of that, and that means we can just enter a 2, 5 pair here and a 9, 8 pair here. And in one of these cases, we're going to have 5, 8, 3, and in the other we're going to have 2, 9, 7. But it gives us all these pairs. Look at that naked single. That sees a 2, 5 pair, 1, 3, 4, and 6, 7, 8 in the column. So that's a 9. That sorts out our 4, 9 pair in row 8. That resolves which of these is 8 and which is 9, and which therefore goes with 2, 7, and which therefore goes with 3, 5. And that's really pretty. It's a very clever puzzle, this. It's not difficult, but it's very clever. So far, anyway. I mean, pride comes before a fall. Now, just as we found that 9 and 4 were the numbers not on the zipper line where 8 was in the middle, same deal here. So 4 has to be here. Can't be anywhere on the zipper or it would go with another 4. Now, that 4 plus this make 9, so that's a 5. Then we have a 1, 2, 3 up the final column in the unmarked cells. 5, 9, 4, 5, 8, 3. So, okay, where is 2 on this line? It's obviously not in box 1 because there's already a 2 there. So it's in one of those 2 positions. I don't love pencil marking across box borders, but I'm doing it here because that then gives me a pencil mark that is confined within box borders. Because wherever 2 is on this line, it's got to be opposite 6 to add together to make 8 by the zipper rules. Now 6 is in one of those cells and not here. And 6 is in one of these cells in row 2 as a result. I was expecting to make progress with this line. I haven't really managed it. Ooh, let's have a look at this digit. This is 3, 4 or 7 by eliminating other possibilities in the box and the row. Now this pair, if that is 3 or 4, the other of the pair is 3 or 4 because 1, 2 and 5 have all been used up in the box. If, however, this is a 7, we've used 6, so that would be an 8 on this same zipper. No, on this same renban, sorry. So this is either 3, 4 or 7, 8. So I know where 9 goes in the box. It goes here. And then this pair is either 3, 4, which would be 4 here and 3 here. Ah, well, it can't be 7, 8. There's only one place now for 8 to go in the box since I got that 9 out of the way. Given these 8s that we've placed, 8 must be there. So this is a 7. That forces the 6, 7 pair over the right side of the grid. This is now a 3, 4 pair. We know how they go. We've nearly finished the box. Ah, and look at 4, just by Sudoku. There are 4 4s looking into box 8. So we place 4, and now this can't be a 1 on this renban. That's a 5. Be careful here. It feels like this goes 5, 4, 3, but actually this could be a 6. This is either a 3, 4, 5 or a 4, 5, 6 line. That's a 1. That fixes 3 and 1 up there. 3 is definitely in one of these cells, but the properties of zippers mean that doesn't give us a digit we can pencil mark here. If that's a 3, that's a 5. But if that's a 3, if that's a 3, that's a 6. But it also makes, so if that's a 3 by zipper rules, that becomes a 6. But by Sudoku rules, that becomes, or by renban rules, that becomes a 6. And you'd have 2 6s in the same box. So that's not a 3, and that is. That's not a 7. Everything else in the column is 2, 6 or 9. Now there's no 2 on this renban because there is a 7 on it. And what have we got up the middle? 1, 5 and 7. In fact, we can place this as the 1 in the column. 7 and 5 are due up here, but since we know 7 is confined to those cells, we know which way round that goes. Now, what is this? 6 or 8? I think that's all it can be. It's certainly not 2. And that means that 2 in the box is in one of those 2 cells and not here in the corner, therefore. There's not many markings left to unravel in this puzzle. Oh, this one is actually resolved now. No, it's not. Oh, that's strange. We've got to have an 8 on this line. It's selected from 6, 7, 8, 9, so it's got to have an 8. So that cell is resolved, but not actually this one. This is resolved because of the zipper. That's a 5. Everything else in this column is 2, 6 or 7, but the top cell can't be 7. Now this pair can't be a 2, 6 pair, so we need the 7 involved. And it is just these remaining zippers that are going to resolve the problems, I think, for us. That can't be a 1 anymore. Now, what's this? This is 2 or 7 by Sudoku. And that means the top digit is 1 or 6 by zipper rules. This is 1 or 2. It can't be a 6 because this can't be a 2. And now it's 1 or 2. Oh, this can't be a 7 either because of that. So this is 6. That's 2, that's 7, and we've got a 1 in the corner. That gives us 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spot. Light losing its position. Losing its religion, really. Now, 3 in one of those. Oh, hang on. First of all, 6 is looking at that, so that's a 9. 3 is in one of these 2, and 2 in one of these 2. Oh, 2 there is looking at this cell, so this is getting unwound in the middle. 4 there, 2 there. This is 1, 5, 6 triple. Now, what's on this line? Not 1, because that can't be 8. and there I get stuck. 5 or 6 here, 3 or 4 there. I keep on planning to come back down here. Actually, I might place 9 in row 7, it's got to be there. One of these, oh in fact 2 in row 8 has to be there. I was going to say one of these 2 is a 2, but then I spotted this lurking 2. So this is 6. Now we can place 1 and 7 in the row, and that 8 zipper line is finished, just as this one is in fact. Now 1, 3 and 8 over this side. One of these is a 1, and that means 8 is over this side. So this is now a 1, 3 pair over here. Zippers doing some very crazy interaction and bouncing back on each other with different deductions. That's a 3, 5 pair. This is now an 8, 6 pair. Where's 9 in this column? There's only one place for it, right at the top. That's a naked 4 now because it sees 8 and 7 in the column. These others are 7 or 8. Now that makes this 3 or 4. That makes this a 2, 5 pair, which are resolved. In fact, 8 and 7 are both looking at that cell, so even 6 is resolved there. Now let's try this column, because we've got a pair in it. We need to place 4, then 1 or 3. These are from 1, 3, 5. Now, there's not, oh, these zippers to finish. I'll tell you what, where does 4 go in this column? There's only one place. So then I can use the zipper, then I can finish the column, and then I can finish the puzzle, I think. Yeah, it's all coming now. If I could type the digits correctly. That's a 7, that's a 3, 2 and 6, 7 and 8, that's now 3, 5 and 1, 3 and 1, and there we go. Zipper gramophone is complete. Not too difficult, nice puzzle actually. Well done if you sailed through that. I kind of think I didn't have any major hiccups, but there were some very neat findings. I do love zipper lines sometimes when they sort of bounce backwards and forwards. Like, it was very interesting trying to put 3 there. No, was it 6? No, it was 3. If I was to put 3 there, that would force 6 into both of those positions for very different reasons, and yet they could not stand together. Anyway, brilliant puzzle. Thank you, Flash, and thank you for watching, of course. Thanks an awful lot, and we will see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.